You have 3 to 5 seconds to grab your audience's attention, and depending on your audience, sometimes it's 1 to 2 seconds. In that spirit, let's get straight into it. Pattern disruption. What does this entail? The brain gets accustomed to patterns around it, and social media revolves around trying to stop your thumb from scrolling. Your audience can look at cute cats, they can look at a relatable meme. It's your job to give them a reason to stop. Here's another thing to keep in mind. Social media knows exactly who your customer is and what they want. This means that they're showing them your ads as well as your competitors' ads, which is a great place to start. What are your competitors doing? I'm willing to bet they're doing a lot of the same stuff. To give you an example, there is the Alex Hormozi method that tells people, I will provide this service for you, this result, or you don't pay, which was fantastic to begin with until people started seeing hundreds of these on their feed. It became much of the same. It created a pattern in the brain. I was seeing these ads myself until there was an ad that said, I know you're sick of these offers by now. He went against the norm. Pattern disruption. It went against what everyone was doing and made me stop. So find out what your competitors are doing and then do something that goes against it. Immediate value proposition. Have you ever felt frustrated because it just takes too long to understand something? Well, everyone feels that way. Tell your customers what it is that your product or service does and why it matters. Clarity is key. Let's take a look at an example by Dollar Shave Club.
Hi, I'm Mike, founder of DollarShaveClub.com. What is DollarShaveClub.com? Well, for $1 a month, we send high-quality razors right to your door. Yeah, $1. Are the blades any good? No. Our blades are f***ing great.
Firstly, I understand exactly what they do. Secondly, I understand their brand personality, which is bold and funny. Now, this ad is 13 years old, so it allowed for slightly slower pacing. In today's world, what I would say is to move the "our blades are effing great" at the very beginning, perhaps showing them demonstrating the blades by doing one streak in the beard and then continuing with the rest of the script. But regardless, you can see how clarity works well. So, extreme clarity whilst demonstrating your brand's bold personality is another great way to stop your potential customer. The curiosity gap. This one is a little harder, but when done well, can be really powerful. Create an intrigue at the beginning of your ad that can only be quenched when watching the rest of it. This is often done by saying, our product has a great function and here's an interesting way to showcase it. Now your audience will stick around to see whether or not it will pass it. Often what they do also is they showcase an inferior product that fails the test, creating more intrigue to see whether your one will pass. Here are 2 ads that do the exact things I mentioned, starting with Ridge Wallet.
Your average wallet doesn't protect your valuables at all, but this is not your average wallet.
Then it gets into a more traditional ad. However, he's holding a flame with 2 products in front of him, and he showcased how one of them totally burned. Now you're gonna stick around to see whether the other one fares any better. Now here is another similar example by Mouse Case.
The iPhone 16 is here, and this is a mouse case.
Let me ask you, would you swipe away at this point? Absolutely not. We wanna see that phone drop and we wanna see if it survives.
First, and we are completely blind.
And the payoff at the end. That's the idea of creating the curiosity gap. Here are some common mistakes to avoid. Even experienced production companies can make these mistakes, especially when pressed on time. Generic openers. Are you tired of? Has this ever happened to you? Stop scrolling. These are old, tired tropes. They don't work anymore. Don't do them. Starting with long company intros or logos. I know, you love your brand, you love your logo. Don't put it at the beginning of the video because people don't know who you are yet. You have to demonstrate your value first, get people into it before telling them, hey, that was us by the way. I know you might be thinking, but Apple does it, but Google does it. Yes, that's true, but there is a difference. When we see an Apple logo, when we see a Google logo, it creates intrigue by itself because we know something big is coming. We know them, we already are in, we already like them. For middle-sized companies, often that's not the case yet. You need to create that audience first, so demonstrate your worth and then show the logo at the end. Forgetting to optimize for mute playback. Social media often starts off muted, so they might run into your ad without hearing it. Now, you can do this by providing a clear visual that they don't need to hear, or you can do this by having clear subtitles. Now, there is one thing that these tips and examples hinge on, and that is, how well do you know your target market? If you don't have a clear target market, none of these tips even matter. But if you do, then these can be super powerful and will stop your target audience in their tracks. I hope you found that useful. Make sure to subscribe to find out how to make the perfect content for your brand.